Adib, not too long ago, I'd say maybe somewhere last year, 2 years ago, if my memory serves me right, there was this brilliant van attack. One police officer was shot. You see this broad daylight robbery activities that once in a while we record. With what we saw in Adabraka, what brief can you give us as far as security issues are concerned?
Well, Annie, at a point, it looked like the number of attacks perpetrated by armed assailants had gone down a bit. I think the last major one was the one that happened at Adabraka, in which a police officer was shot at a gas station where the bullion van had come to, I don't know whether to pick up money or to drop off money. And since then, we haven't really had it happening in rapid succession like it used to happen in the past, especially with respect to one that happened around Kumasi, in which a vehicle escorting money was attacked. Then we had the one you just mentioned at Jamestown, where a young officer was also killed, and later it emerged that the perpetrators, one of them or two of them were police officers, and in the end, they led the police to a hideout where they also got killed and all that. But you see, the thing about Adabraka is the fact that it is a major business district, and there are a lot of jewelry shops, by the way, around that area, and where there's jewelry, there's money. Even the jewelry itself is worth what they went to do there, okay? Yeah. Secondly, it is not the first of its kind. A lot of robberies had happened there in the past. In fact, I was speaking with a friend this morning who told me how she personally witnessed a robbery at Adabraka some time ago. And this jewelry shop in question is not the first time it's been attacked. Previously, men on motorbike attacked that shop. Unfortunately, the owner has been irresponsible so far as security is concerned and didn't put in place any security protocol, and so it happened again. But all in all, I mean, this is indicative of the fact that we haven't really nipped this canker in the bud. You know, it can emerge when you least expect it, okay? Yeah. And the fact that the criminals are still emboldened, and they are still armed to the teeth. And in some cases, the weapons they use are even more potent than that of the police. It also raises issues of how quickly police can respond to, you know, active scenes. But so far as I am concerned, an individual walked to a police officer who was hundreds of meters away from the scene, informed him about what was going on because the police had a rifle, and that they literally sprinted towards the scene. Unfortunately, by the time they got there, it was too late for them. The criminals exhibited professionalism, the manner in which they were able to, within a short time, clinically execute that robbery. As if that is not enough, they threw cash into the air so people would rush to the street to pick it up. So if there's anyone who intends pursuing them, would not be able to do so. And this morning I was monitoring, and a resident there said that the money they threw into the air was about 30,000 cedis. So you can imagine how much more money they have succeeded in taking away. So we are not out of the loop yet. We still have a major threat so far as these criminalities are concerned. That is why I keep indicating that in as much as we are concerned about having a free, fair, peaceful election, we should also equally be concerned about the police executing their constitutional mandate of ensuring that you and I are safe. Because lately, I've realized that the focus is more on election security task force and what we are doing, the police is doing, the military is doing with respect to the elections, and we seem to be transgressing away from the very core. I'm not in any way suggesting election security is not important. It is important, but the same way we should attach some sense of importance to the issues of everyday crime, such as what happened at Adabraka.
We've made references to resources that have been given to the police to beef their work. And now, with what happened, Do you think that the police's response time has been too long? Yesterday, they released a statement of making efforts to, get the perpetrators. We saw pictures of the vehicles that the police's CCTV cameras captured. Was that enough that within 48 hours, we still don't have any adequate information from the police? Are we supposed to be worried about the development from the police, considering how the police has been resourced and have bragged about their being resourced by the government?
Well, in criminology, our biggest enemy is time. The longer it takes, the more complex it becomes, and the more crucial evidence you lose. But surely nobody would use his car to go on such an activity. It's very likely the vehicle might have been stolen, or the number plate used is not correct. I mean, it's a fake number plate. But you see, we don't give out too much information. When you give out too much information, you spook the criminals. They know what you are about. Crime scene investigation is not a football commentary, so you don't expect live commentary every step of the way. It is imperative that information is well managed, so we should be very mindful of what we give out. But you see, the issue of the police's response to crime scenes is also quite important. The question is, was the police called in time? How many Ghanaians know 18555? That's the question. So when we are able to call the police in time, I think it helps. Okay, but if you don't do that and expect the police to react, it becomes a very difficult thing to achieve going